I think I'm all right.
Hi, sir.
Good evening. Here we go. Should be better to hear. Excellent. Oh. Okay. Can everyone hear me all right? Hands up if you can hear me. Yeah, great. Oh, a couple more coming in. Looking good.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Liam. How are you today?
Good.
Good. Oh, I better just open my chat in case anyone sends me a message. Okay. It's 5 o'clock. Let's go. And ta-da. Kyungin. Taekwon. Raise your right hand and recite the tenets. Shijok. Courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit. And recite the student oath. Shijok. I shall observe the tenets of Taekwondo. I shall respect the instructor and seniors. I shall never misuse Taekwondo. I shall be a champion of freedom and justice. I shall build a more peaceful world. Bottle. Okay, one more pressing the lid in. Rotating wrists. Hope everyone's done their background reading before tonight's class. Change direction. So reading the material from the White Belt Handbook or the Self-Defense Handbook. Elbows. Change direction. And arms back, just watching the ceiling. And forward. And feet about a shoulder apart, turn the torso. And left ankle. Change direction. And change foot. Change direction. And hands on knees. If you have any knee trouble, be careful. Just do what you can. And circling legs outwards. And inwards. Keep your hands up. Protect your brain. Get in the habit. And hips. Change direction. Okay, we're going to do a bit of a silly warm-up tonight. Get that body all set. So we're going to start off exploring our area with bear crawls. So hands and feet on the ground and just walking around your area. Good, keep going. Awesome, okay, now we're going to change to lizard crawls. So remember when you do your lizard crawls, oh, I don't seem to have pinned my video. I've done that once. There we go. That'll make more sense. Now, lizard crawls, you want to keep your body down nice and low. One hand, 1 foot extend out. Opposite hand and foot. So your knee comes up and almost touches your arm. You want to give yourself a little bit more of a workout. Every time you do one, do a little push-up. Here we go. Good, keep going. Do a push-up each time now. And come on. Back into the middle. Let's do a few watch your ceiling. Do a few frog jumps. Do about 12. Good, and now little duck walks. Explore your area, little duck walks. Keep going. And come on. And jog on the spot. Punches with your jogging. Punch to the side. And upwards. And come on. Left leg back. Walking ready starts. Beat. And front rising kick. Ha. Two. And stay in time with me doing 12. Remember a sine wave after each kick. And then change legs. And same thing, 12 kicks, go. And bottle. And sitting ready starts. Beat. We're going to step foot to foot and then do side rising kick. Then step foot to foot and return to the same space. So the same leg 12 times, then we'll do the other leg. Go. And do the other leg. Remember the foot that's on the ground points away from your kick, just like all side kicks. Look where you're kicking. Maintain your guarding block. Good. Okay, now if you've got a chair or something, you can grab that, put your hand on a wall, whatever you need, doesn't really matter too much. From here, our side kick dips. Extend your side kick. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 50, 5-0. Where you go. Try and lift your body up as well. Once you've done 50 with one leg, 50 with the other. Okay, good. Once you've done your 50 each leg, front kick, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do 30. So up, down, up, down, up, down, 30 each leg. Just little dips up and down. Then you're done with your chair. Okay, next up, right leg back, forearm guarding block. Here, to beat. From here, I want you to walk around the space that you're in, not touching anybody else, just throwing a variety of kicks. Watch where you're kicking. You can kick in any direction. Just make sure you look where you're kicking. Remember the big variety of kicks that you know. Front kick, side front kick, turning kick, side turning kick, side kick, back kick, twisting kick, downward kick, pitch shake kick, reverse turning kick, reverse hooking kick, vertical kick inward, vertical kick outward. Seniors, you also have pressing kick, inward kick, defensive kicks, front rising kick, side rising kick, hooking kick, crescent kick. Keep your hands up the whole time. Make sure you maintain a guard. Just use it as a way of warming up. All different angles with the legs. Keep your hands up. Unless you're particularly doing a low kick, like a pressing kick, make sure that all of your kicks are belt height or above. Try and keep everything to belt height or above. Good, come on. Now the same exercise, but every time you lift your leg, you do 2 kicks. They can either be double or consecutive. So, and both of them above your belt height or higher. So I might do Ijang Dolyo Chagi, or I might do up to Bashigi, up to Jerigi. Doesn't matter what combination or what consecutive kick you do, just keep your knee up between kicks. Go. Every time you lift your leg, it's 2 kicks. Control your body. Keep your hands up. Vary your angles a little bit as well. Extend your kicks. Make sure you straighten out your leg. Try and throw some consecutive kicks in that make your hips challenge a little bit. You might want to do twisting kick, turning kick. So you've got to turn your hips. Reverse turning kick, downward kick. Reverse turning kick, twisting kick. Some funky little consecutive kicks. Good, and come on. Okay, last version of this exercise. This time, every time you lift your leg, you only do one kick and you mix your kicks up, but every kick you do is in slow motion and you fully extend. Slowly. Slowly. Showing full control. There you go. Every kick is slow and controlled, using your strength. Control your guard with every kick. Control your guard. Pause your piercing kicks for a moment when they're extended. Up. Keep going, keep going. Control those kicks, control your arms. Okay. And come on. Cool. Okay. Done a little bit of work on the legs so far. We're going to extend that a little bit. Narain Jubisogi and Jubi. And Anand Sajadigi. Jubi. And punching. Ha. Middle punch. Two. Maybe a sine wave. Down, up, down. Set. Net. Tasa. Yasa. Now do 10 high punches, normal speed without me counting. Go. Keep that sitting stance. Liam, make sure you punch when you land downward. Punch on the way down. Don't punch up. Okay, you gotta land down. Down, up, down. Down, up, down. Hold the sitting stance. We're working on those thighs. And you get a good workout on the leg muscles. Good. Okay, now side strike. Knife hand side strike, crossing on top. 10 good strong strikes in your own time. Go. 1, 2. Make sure they're nice and strong. Maintain that sitting stance. Hold the last one. Now we change to back fist side strike, crossing underneath. 10 in your own time. Go. And hold the last one. Cross underneath for back fist side strike. Make sure you open your hand out a little bit. Good. Okay, now we'll go forearm inward block. Extend your non-blocking hand out and pull it back to your hip. The other one gets pulled inward. Go. Forearm inward block. 10. Hold that sitting stance, Mr. Kernahan. Mr. Kernahan, if your brother is still there training with you, put both of your hands up. If your brother's piked out, put your hands down like this. Oh, really? I saw him in his uniform and everything. Too soft for the class. That's a shame. Okay, good. Now we're going to change to knife hand inward strike. Knife hand inward strike and knife hand inward block when you haven't got a partner are very similar. From here, striking your opponent in the neck. Go, 10. Good. Okay. Now, yellow belts and below, flat fingertip thrust, green stripes through to blue belts, straight fingertip thrust, red stripes and above, upset fingertip thrust. 10, go, nice and strong. Yellow belts and below are here. Green stripes through blue belts are here. Red stripes and above are here. Hold that sitting stance. So the straight fingertip thrust, green stripes, you're thrusting in this way with your hand flat, vertical up and down. Coming in this way, okay? Sticking your fingers in. The other hand is blocking. Block, thrust over the top. Block, thrust over the top. So coordinating the two hands can be quite tricky. And come on, grab a drink. Okay, and coming up to the camera. Oh, right, I was just trying to figure out who Gord is. I see you, Max, it's awesome. Okay, so we're going to do a few free sparring drills, and for most of these drills, I'm going to be your partner. Okay, so you're going to take your timing from me. Means that I'm going to have difficulty taking your timing, so you're just going to have to assume that I'm working with you. So when I kick, for the first one, we're just going to do shift side kicks. I'm going to shift in and kick you, and then you're going to shift in and kick me. I'm going to go back and forward, back and forward. So everybody ready? Right leg back, forearm guarding block. When I shift in and kick, you just bounce lightly, and then when I come back, you shift in and kick. So we're timing as if we're taking turns kicking with each other. Ready, go. You kick straight after me. There we go. Get that kick to belt height, just above the belt. So lift your knee and step. Make sure that supporting foot turns away. Remember to try and lift and shift. Don't step. Don't step in like this. Lift and shift. Turn that supporting foot. From here, I turn it to face the other way. And switch. Now, if you have a partner in your house that's similar level and enough space, you can do it with each other. Okay? Otherwise, do it with me. Ready? Make sure you maintain a good stance. Don't let your stance get too narrow. And come on, cool. Okay, now when I kick, you're going to defend against the kick. So from here, I'll do it sideways first. You're going to knock the kick off to the side with your front hand, then step off slightly and do your punch, reverse punch, then shift the back foot around slightly and punch with the other hand. So from here, front hand blocks, front foot shifts and I punch, back foot shifts around and I punch again. Facing you, 1, 2, 3. Just little movements, 1, 2, 3. With my back to you so you can see the other angle. 1, 2, 3. So every time I kick, you do all 3 of those movements, then return. Ready? You practice the kick. Now let's do the defense. When I kick, you block, step and punch, shift off and punch. Good. Inwards with the first hand. Comes inwards. Then shift off and punch. Then shift off and punch. Okay, ready. Cool. Keep your hands up. Particularly that backhand. The front hand you can create some space with and use it to block. The backhand is up. Backhand's protecting my head. Keep light on your feet. When I change stance, I want you to change stance with me. Okay, so we switched. Now the other side. Block, punch, shift, punch. Okay, so just watch for a moment. When I kick, you'll knock my foot off to the side, so I land a little bit like this. So you're popping either just under the arm here to the ribs, or you can go up to the head, okay? Just watch where the arm is. But you can't punch to the back here, because in tournaments, that's against the rules. You could block open this way, but it's a little bit harder to do. It's a little bit more unusual. So back of the leg is really good. I lose balance and fall down. You punch into the side of the ribs here, or to the head, and then step off and punch the head. Okay, ready again. I've got my right foot back. If you changed stance when I did. Keep your other hand up, Liam. Good. That first shift off, Mr. West, is just the front foot moving. Just a little one. Because you've knocked the leg off alignment and you step in and punch. It's the second one where you step off the line a bit more. Good, come on. Okay, next one. Now this time, I'm going to shift in and punch as quickly as I can. What I want you to do this time, we'll do this sideways first. You're coming in, I'm coming in punching this way. What you're going to do is turn and lean away. Use the front leg, side kick, and then step off to get your balance. So once more, I lean away, dropping my head out of the way of the punches. The punches are coming here. I drop them out of the way and pop my side kick up, and then step away from my balance. So you've got to be quick, but this gives you some distance. Okay? So from here, I'm pivoting first on that back foot and leaning away. Lift my knee and foot nice and high, side kick, and then fall to get some distance. Just try that a few times yourself. Just try the fadeaway side kick from here. Boom. Nice and quick. From here, lean, boom. Just try it a few times. Cool. Are you signing in now? Oh, it's in the office. It's in the office. I put it away. Okay. Now you're getting the hang of it. I'm going to come at you. So I'm going to step in, punch, punch, punch. You're going to do your fadeaway side kick. Ready. Some of you don't look ready yet. Oh, how many of you just wore a punch in the face? Good. Ready. Good. Always try the other side. Watching. One more. Good. Come on, grab a quick drink. Okay, one more drill. We've done this one quite a lot. I want to keep working on it. From here, it's a front leg side kick, together and back, pivot, back piercing kick, together and back. And then I will signal from here whether I want you to punch or after your back kick, really doyo, or after your back kick, another back kick. Okay, so I'm going to stand here, and when you're doing your movements, I'm either going to go, that's a back kick, that's the turning kick, this is punches. Okay, so you're going to watch the screen. I'll say it as well. So I'll give you a moment so that you're doing the back kick when I do it, but notice the timing is going to be a little bit off. So some of you might get a little bit more warning than others. So you'll do side kick, back kick, and then I'll either say back kick, turn kick, punch. Okay, so the sequence here, the first one, if I were to do another back kick, side kick, back kick, back kick. The second one, side kick, back kick, turning kick. Or the third one, side kick, back kick, punches. So the secret to this movement is to make sure that after your back kick, you're back in your stance. So from here, I can move this way, I can move this way, I can move this way. Okay? Ready? I'll say go, and then I'll tell you what the last movement is with my hands. Okay, we've got back kick, turning kick, punch. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Turning kick. Got to be quick. Go! Turning kick. Good. Make sure you're mixing those sides up. Do both sides. Go! Punches. Good. Make sure you watch the direction of your punches. Keep them nice and straight. Ready. Go! Back kick. Okay, I'm just going to demonstrate once more. We've got a couple of people that aren't quite sure. So when I say go, you're going to do side kick, back kick. And while you're doing those two, I will either say punch, turning kick, or back kick. So after you've done the first two, you'll do either punch, if I say punch. If I say turning kick, after you've done the side kick and the back kick, you'll then do your turning kick. If I say back kick, after your back kick, you'll do another back kick. So you've got to be mobile. The third technique is dictated by what I call for you. Ready? Ready? And you start. When I say go, you do side kick, back kick, and then I'll tell you what the third movement is. Go! Turning kick. Go! Punches. Go! Punches. Good. Watch your targeting. Make sure every technique goes straight to your target. Come straight towards me. Ready? Go! Turning kick. Yes, Mr. Kernahan, same thing. You do a side kick, then do a back kick, and then whatever I say for the third one. Go. Back kick. Ready. Go. Turning kick. Go. Turning kick. Straight away, you've got to get the stances. Go. Punches. Go. Back kick. Sorry, Liam, that was a bit slow for you. Go. Back kick. Make sure after every movement you go back to the same spot. You shouldn't be going forwards or backwards yet. Go. Punches. After the side kick, you go straight back into the same spot before you do the back kick. Go. Turning kick. Go. Turning kick. Go. Back kick. Go. Punches. Go. Punches. Go. Side kick. Oh, that was tricky. I made stuff up. Oh, some of you got it. Good. Sorry. Go. Back kick. Go. Punches. Okay, I'm going to add one more. In fact, I'm going to add two more things that third thing could be. And it could be punches. It could be turning kick. It could be back kick. It could also be side kick, or it could be downward kick. Okay, nario chagi. So the third kick or the third technique could either be punches, turning kick, back kick, or side kick, or downward kick. No problem, Miss Baven. Okay, ready. If you miss one, Miss Baven, just make something up. Go. Downward kick. Make sure you go back into your stance each time. Go. Turning kick. Go. Punches. Go. Side kick. Go. Nario Tagi. Downward kick. Go. Side kick. Go. Punches. Go. Back kick. Good, and come on. Just come in and sit down for a moment, take a breath, grab a drink if you need a drink. So when you're doing these movements in free sparring, those first two, the reason they're both really good techniques to lead with in free sparring is because they are nice and straight, okay? So if I'm sparring you and you're coming in towards me here, my side kick is between you and me the whole time. Okay, so it's a really nice technique to use as a jab. I really like the way Grandmaster Land from Germany says this. He says, don't know what to do, yopchagi. Every time you're not sure what to do, pop up your yopchagi. Because it's like a jab or something in boxing where you're just feeling out with that front hand. You wouldn't lead with this in boxing because as soon as you do this, you're opening your body up. Same way for us, if you lead with a turning kick, you open your body up. So we lead with the side kick. And the back kick follows really naturally. Now, after those first two, depending on where you see your partner's, your opponent's hands, that's going to dictate what your third technique is, which is why you have to be so agile to be able to do anything on the spot. Okay, so from here, if I've done my side kick and back kick and someone's guard is here, there's a nice little gap just above the belt. So it might be space for another back kick or for the side kick here. Okay, if the hands drop down, obviously it's ready for a punch. Okay, so they're blocked here for the side kick and the back kick, boom, and come the punches. Okay, the downward kick might happen again if this is open and if I find myself in a nice space, if I've got them leaning on the back leg a little bit, it's a really good time to do a downward kick because they haven't got the mobility to get away from it. Okay, so if their weight's on their back foot, downward kick's really nice. And the turning kick can be really good if you see that they've dropped their guard or something and they're open here on the side. Okay, so you're doing the first two, and while you're doing it, you watch your opponent's reaction. And if you, wherever you see that gap line up, split second, boom, into the gap. Okay, so ultimately, I'd love to be doing this visually with you, but I recognize that some of you have got quite small screens and it's hard to see. So I could be saying go, and then I get my hands up like this. There's the opening for your side kick or your back kick. Okay, if my hands are down like this, there's the opening for your punches. If I'm here, maybe it's an opening for a turning kick. So I'd like you to be looking for where those openings are. You see my weight on my back leg, downward kick's really, really nice. Okay, so ultimately you want to be playing off what you see from your partner. Any questions? Thanks, Miss Baven, for popping that hint in. If you've got any questions, just unmute. Otherwise, let's get back into it. Okay, on the feet. I want everybody to take a small sequence from their own pattern that they're having trouble with. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes now just to very gently walk through your pattern, whatever your pattern may be, and just find a sequence of 4 to 6 movements that you find a bit difficult. Okay, go through your own pattern and find a tricky sequence. Go. I'll give you 2 minutes to walk through it and find a hard bit. No sloppy stances. Okay, Lucas, for your straight fingertip thrust, make sure your body's nice and straight. Liam, good man. Stay by the camera there, Liam. I've got a couple of things for you. That first movement there, you're coming down like this. Your fingertips should be at the height of your shoulder, so you're across this way. Just like this in Chonji, you should be here, okay, rather than too flat like this. And then the third movement, you got to circle up and come upward this way. That one's a little bit more flat. It's only just above flat here. Okay. At the end, the far end of the movement, when you do your back fist, from here, you drop into your walking stance and then do your high punch. Okay, it's common. Don't do this. Pull back and then step forward and punch, because this is a release and this isn't going to release. What we're doing here is we're using our entire body weight, just like we do in yellow belt releases. We drop into the release. Okay, so from here, boom, drop. And then punch. So 1, 2, 3. And then together other side. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Okay, so everybody hopefully has found the sequence of 4 to 6 movements they find tricky. I want you to find your little space and repeat and repeat and repeat without rushing those 4 to 6 movements. And I'm going to look at everybody on camera and fire you little bits of feedback to try to help you, okay? So just start in your own time. Don't rush. Good stances, good intermediate positions, good finish positions. I'll watch. Good, Jacob. one little thing for you to start with. For your second hooking block, don't extend too far. Imagine I'm here in my half facing position. I'm just going to go half facing the other direction. Okay, so from here, I'm just going to here. I don't reach all the way out like this. 1. My hand reaches forward a little bit, but my body doesn't turn too far. Does that make sense? Okay, go. Looking good. Who else can I see doing stuff? Okay, Liam, with that palm upward block, extend the other hand forward, do the circle, and as it comes upward, that's when you pull the other hand back to the hip. Okay, at the moment, after your kick, your other hand's coming back to you. I'll do it so you can see it. From here, you kick, your other hand's coming back to your hip, and then this one's doing it by itself. So you want to go kick, both hands out, circle, pull back as you go up, together. Okay, both hands are a team. Carry on. If I haven't said anything to you, you should be practicing those movements so I can see something to give you. Because I'm looking at active people.
Sir, we don't know what the ending movement is.
Just pick a sequence of 6 movements, or 4 to 6 movements. So you guys doing Won-Yo, for example, you could choose the first 6. Or you might say from here, I'm going to do circular block, front kick, punch, both sides. So just choose your own sequence and stop it whenever you want to stop it. Just do something that you find difficult. Cool? Good question. Okay, Gilbert Sahadi, guys. Mr. and Miss Gilbert Sahadi, when you land with that first punch, make sure the heel's on the ground. Okay, you've got a tendency from here, and this is very common. Don't think you're the first people to do this by any stretch. To land with your back leg bent and your heel off the ground when you punch. So from here, I want to kick, land, heel nice and strong, then rise up and punch again. Okay, so from here, I'm going to go kick, punch, up, punch. So my heel has to be on the ground when I do that first punch. Cool, way you go. Zach, I need to see you do something so I can give you some feedback. A sequence from your pattern, Zach. Okay, Nate, good. Couple of things for you. When you do your circular block and kick, when you kick, keep your hands where they are. And then the sine wave punch. Circular block, kick, hands stay where they are. Now the other thing is the circular block stops just outside your shoulder. You're going a bit too wide out here. So you only stop here. Okay, so I'm 1, 2, stopping just outside my shoulder. Only a tiny bit. Kick, hold it, and punch. Low kicks. Cool, keep going. Miss Crookshank, looking good. Coming to the screen for me so you can see what I'm about to do for you. With your palm upward block, you're coming from behind you and scooping forward this way, which puts straight on your shoulder. When you do your palm upward block, start with both hands in front of you, and your blocking hand makes a circle and comes up. So my hands stay in front of me, circling up. So if I'm doing it after from here, 2, hands in front, circle up, okay? Rather than coming behind you and forward. Circle up. There you go. Okay, Firth boys, where are we? Okay. Lucas and Max, same thing for both of you. Come in and take a look at the camera. Nina, I want to watch you next. From here, when you do your straight fingers at thrust, you have to finish it. Walking stance, then release, and then move forward. Both of you from here were doing this. You'd already missed with your flat fingers at thrust and started doing the next movement. So from here, hands open, thrust and finish. Then release and turn. Okay, so make sure that thrust's in a good, strong stance. Good. Nina, come to the camera for me. Looking good. 2 things for you. The first one, that straight fingertip thrust, the other hand actually goes downward like this. It's a palm downward block, and this hand thrusts over the top. So it doesn't come inward and thrust like this. It goes downward and thrusts over the top. It's tricky. The timing gets a bit tricky. Okay? Now, the second thing I had for you is back fist. Make sure you're crossing in front of your chest here, and it strikes at eye level. So don't cross down here by your belt. Cross up here in front of your chest. 1, 2. Okay? Those two after the thrust are attacks with your back fist. And then when you do the next movement, it's a block with your outer forearm. Where you go. Okay, McLean twins, time to watch you. If you're ready, you might want to start on a different sequence. Okay, Alison Rose, just come up to the camera. Very similar to what I just said for Nina and also for Lucas and Max. When you do your straight fingertip thrust, finish in a walking stance here. Okay, because the next movement is a release, you've got a tendency to go too narrow here, like you're already starting the next movement. So from here, imagine that is a movement by itself. I could finish here, but the situation is that my opponent grabbed my hand. So I then have to release and go into the next movement, okay? So from here, make sure this is clean. Good walking stance, good shoulder width. Okay, away you go. Mr. West, what do we got from you? Yeah, nice one to work on. Cool. Okay, come forward. The key thing I'll give you for here, now, I say a lot, back fist crosses it chest tight in front of the chest. This is an exception. This movement, your back fist actually crosses lower in front of your rib cage. Okay? You're floating ribs here. It crosses down here and comes out. But the key thing on what you're doing, so don't worry about that. The key thing is when you land in your X stance, you sit down in it. It's a low movement. Okay? At the moment, you're landing in your X stance quite upright, which makes it difficult to balance. So from here, I want to cross and land, dropping in my X stance. Then the pivot becomes very easy. The movement to the next movement becomes very, very simple. Okay, so sit down in that X stance. Sit, sit, sit. Go. Okay, if anyone has any questions, feel free to come and turn your mic off and ask the question. Jack, I need to see what I can give you. What are you working on? Good. Okay, Jack. Nice. Now, a couple of things. First thing, the twin forearm block. Make sure you've got your hands closed. You're blocking with your forearms. And make sure that forearm's over your head. You've got a tendency to be a little bit high like this, okay, with your elbow. Lower your elbow down a little bit. So that's one. That's good. Remember to keep your shoulders and hips nice and straight for your punch. You've got a tendency to turn the back foot out and go on an angle. Okay, so we don't want to go like this on an angle here when we punch. We want to keep it nice and straight. You're getting much better at that, which is excellent. So 1 and then 2. And good to see that you're using the same hand for both of those. That's excellent. So from here, 1 and 2. That's good. That's much improved. Excellent. Keep that up. And remember, good strong stances. Take your time, get those stances nice and strong. Mr. Baven, you're a star. Couple of things for you. Looking good. First up, where were we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Watch the angle of the back foot on that slide. You have a tendency to let that foot turn outwards rather than keeping it in. Here, and you're a bit short on this. You shortcut the stance and your back foot was bent, like you were going forward for the next position. There was one more. Can you do that again for me, and I'll see what the other one was. looking sharp. Yeah, that's what it was. Thank you. Okay, cool. Now, so yes, as I say, you've got a tendency to turn that hip outwards when you're doing the sliding punch. So make sure you slide and keep this knee pointing inwards a bit. But the other thing was, here, this front hand is a little bit too flat. That's better, just bend it a little bit more. Give yourself a bit more blocking surface here. You've got a tendency to open that hand up a bit too much. That's it. Cool. And then just remember, for that slide from here, keep that knee slightly inwards. Don't let it turn outwards. Yeah, you feel it. You felt that. Good. So open the knee, but don't let the foot turn behind you. Keep that foot turned in this way. Don't let it turn out that way. Cool. Just watch your 70-30 L stance. Nice. Okay, and come on. Okay. Good. Everybody now, I want you to do the entire pattern. Now, I think everyone's been in one of these classes before. We've got limited space, but I'll just reiterate the rule. No shortcuts in the stances. Everything is good and strong. And if you run out of space, adjust your distance, then do a great movement. Adjust your distance, then a strong movement. Okay, so don't make stances shorter. Don't shortcut anything. Just go for it. Okay, ready? Your own stance, applying what you've just, your own pattern, applying what you've just been practicing. To be. Sorry, Mr. Kernan. Welcome back. Okay, your own pattern. She drop. Take your time, Max. Strong stances, strong movements. Come on, Nate and Jess. Good, Marias family. Mr. Marias, just watch when you do your crossing for your forearm low block. Make sure that top hand turns over, like you're smashing your backs of your hands together. Okay, you've got a tendency to do it with that hand turned down. It should be turned up for your low block. That's how it twists. Your hands will twist. Diogo, just watch that when you're punching, you extend the other hand out and then pull it back. So both hands do the punch, not just one hand. Yeah, that's better. Two hands, good. Max, that first block is eye level. You're way down here. Eye level, then punch. Movement 5, remember, is in an L stance. You went really, really wide. Okay, so make sure you're getting everything nice and strong and correct. Zach, good. Keep it up. One more punch. There we go. Oh, where was that twin forearm block, Zach? Watch that front hand for your twin forearm block. It's a circular block, Nate. So after your circular block, so where were we? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bending stance. Right leg side piercing kick. Step 45 degrees behind about a shoulder width. Forearm guarding block. And forearm guarding block. That's it. Okay. McLean twins, I can help you with that one. So, Dosan, you've gone 1, 2, 1, 2. Wedging block, kick, punch, punch. Wedging block, kick, punch, punch, rising block, moving the front foot. Okay, so here, remember it's obverse, reverse. Then you move the front foot to rising block, another rising block, and then turn, knife hand side strike in sitting stance, step together, other side, knife hand side strike in sitting stance. And then the right leg comes back to your ready position. Okay, now that's enough time to get through that pattern. I'm going to give you an exercise for your brain as well. This time, I want you to work through that pattern, the same pattern. I want strong movements, but you're going to take a longer pause between every movement because I want you to think and tell yourself, ensure that you know the purpose and method of every movement, okay? So if I'm doing your gok, I'll go, so I know I'm in a sitting stance, I'm extending my left hand to the shoulder line, and it's just measuring distance. And then I'll go, I'm maintaining the sitting stance, doing 2 fast motion punches. And then I'll go, raising the hand to the side, 2 punches in fast motion. Okay, I'm in a right walking stance, doing an inner forearm middle block. Low front snap kick. 2 punches in fast motion, obverse, then reverse. So every movement is strong, your stance is correct, your crossing is correct. After you do the movement, say to yourself, what stance are you in? What's the movement? Understand what it's for through your entire pattern. If you get to any movement and you do something and you go, I don't know what this is called. I don't know what this is for. Store that in your head and come and ask it when you finish the pattern. Go! I want you to understand heights, the movements, what the movement's for, what stance you're in. Also, Isabel, make sure you know what that one is. Reverse knife hand side block. Your fingertips should be shoulder height. Then that's good, that's good. Palm upward block. So this one's shoulder height. And then this one is just above your solar plexus. Or at your solar plexus, sorry, just above your belt. Cross underneath for those two, Nina, that's it. And then on top for this one. Because that one's a block. The last two are strikes. Keep it up, Ethan. Nice strong stances. Don't rush. Don't rush, Ethan. Keep it strong. Good, Liam. Make sure those stances are nice and long and strong. Now drop into your walking stance when you release. Make sure at the release you're in walking stance. Oh, that one you're pulling back. Cool. McLean twins, just make sure when you do the knife hand side strike, look at the bad guy. So look at where you're striking. And once you've done, baro, and if you've got any questions, come in, either turn your mic off and ask me or type them into chat, whichever one you prefer.
Sir,
Yes, Max.
is the lesson till 6:30?
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
We're the big kids. Long stances, Ethan. Watch your sitting stance there, Lucas. Sit, bend your knees in your sitting stance and make sure your feet point forwards. And you can return and come and ask a question if you've got a question. Mr. Kernahan, you must have the internet bug tonight. I'm sorry. Okay. Does anyone have questions? Does everyone know for every movement in their pattern what stance it is, what the movement is, what the height is, what the movement is for every movement in their pattern? Yeah, Mr. Baven, please just pop your mic off and ask.
Hi, sir. I was just wondering with the high turning kicks in my pattern, well, the pattern below mine, are they side turning kicks or are they just normal turning kicks?
Good question. They're turning kicks. One of the things that they've actually modified that angle a little bit over the last sort of 10 years. We're doing them in about 25 degrees. So they're not side turning kicks coming all the way in front of you. They're off on an angle, but they're not 45 degrees. In fact, in all of the patterns, apparently the only turning kick we're doing to 45 degrees is that one in Chung Mu that you do just before you do this. All the rest of the turning kicks and patterns are done to about 25 degrees. Okay? There are a couple of side turning kicks specifically, but they happen in the senior black belt patterns. Good question. Any other questions?
So in chat.
Yes?
It says before the front snap kick and dosan, what is the hand movement for?
Before the front snap kick and dosan. So this movement here, is that the one you mean? So we're here in dosan, you asked, right? Yeah, that's a wedging block. So somebody coming to grab you around the throat or the upper part of your body, and you're blocking the hands apart. Okay, so it's a forearm wedging block. It's high in dosan because it's a high attack. It can also be done middle. Okay, and it can be done with the inner forearms as well. Cool, does that answer your question? Okay, cool. Everyone, in fact, actually it's 6:15 already. Sitting down, left leg out. Now that we've worked our brains a little bit, there's no point really just raising the blood pressure to warm down, so let's just warm down from here. Left leg out, right leg over the top, and oh, let's go Mr. Hardy. I think I just answered your question. Did I answer your question okay? Cool, excellent. It's a wedging block, somebody grabbing you around the throat or the upper body area. Thank you, Mr. West. You might have been noticing that question for me. Remember, as you stretch, breathe deeply. If you have got access to the pattern workout book, it's fantastic to let you know what all of those movements are for. If you don't have that book or you don't have access to it, you can get it from me. So just email me and I can figure out how to get it to you. And change. You're going to breathe deeply. Max, keep your legs where they are and turn your body the other way. Leave your legs where they are, but twist your body the other way. That's it. Yep. Jack, I can see the way that you're starting to think about your movements and take your time and get them right. That's excellent. It's making a really, really big difference. Good work. And both legs forward. McLean twins, are you comfortable with the movements of the pattern now? Cool, excellent. Okay, reach up nice and tall and lean forward. Is there anybody here who does not know their own pattern, their current pattern for the grade? Oh, Mr. Bateman, you know, learn Chung Mu. Oh, okay. Al, yes, Lucas. Okay, you haven't learned Wanyo yet. Right, okay. So what I might do in some of the future classes is just take some sequences from some of those patterns that are new to some of you, and we can all practice on some of those cool movements. So like the knife hand inward strike and the side punch, they're really, really cool sequences. So everyone can have a play with them, and Lucas can be learning his pattern. And we can certainly learn yours, Mr. Bateman. I thought you knew Chung Mu.
I know parts of it, sir, not like the whole thing together. I keep on forgetting.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
No, it's okay. Will Miss Bateman be okay to help you with it?
I think so.
Yeah, you guys are an awesome brother and sister. I'm sure she will. But if you have any trouble, give me a yell.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, the other thing is, on our website, we should have a video of it, if that'll help. Okay, bring your heels in. Breathe in and out. Okay, so we don't have classes on Friday now that we've settled into our Zoom routine. We've got Monday, Wednesday for us, Tuesday and Thursday for younger kids, and younger kids who are white belts and yellow stripes. And then we've got Saturday morning for cubs. If you wanted to do any extra training, use the videos on our website. We've got well over 30 full classes now on our website. So just pop one of them up on your TV and copy along. And then if you've got any questions, feel free either to email me a question or send me a video of yourself or something, upload it into a Dropbox folder so I can get access to it, or whack it on YouTube or something, and I can read it, have a look at it and give you some feedback. You may find that you'll be able to do some movements like your full pattern. You might have room to do it outside, but it might not be suitable to do the Zoom class. So recording yourself doing it outside in your backyard or something, or maybe a local park, if we're allowed to go to the park now, get that videoed, whack it up on YouTube or something for me, and I can give you some feedback on it. And legs apart. Sit nice and tall and lean down to the left. Reach over the top with your other hand. Breathe deeply. You can actually bring that lower hand on the inside. Just reach over with the top hand. It's a nice stretch. And slowly up. Reach up nice and tall and go to the other side. Just try to relax into the stretch. You might find that every time you breathe out, you can go a little bit lower. Sit up nice and tall, breathe in. And down to the center. Breathe out. I use my hands now just to push my legs a little wider as I stretch. And I find it useful to hold my legs apart with my hands And then just try and lower my tummy down to the ground each time I breathe out. Get my back nice and long. Don't hunch over. And sitting up, then pull your bottom backwards, make your legs a little shake. And squatting, and lean over onto your right foot. Relax into a stretch into your lower calf and Achilles. And then change legs. Okay, from here, both hands on the floor and your legs back, stretching one calf. Push that heel onto the floor. And change foot. And up. If you've got access to a cushion, you grab a cushion. If not, then you're just going to grab your leg behind you as we always do. Otherwise, you can pop your knee on the cushion, lunge forward a little bit and reach back and grab your foot to stretch your quadriceps. Nice, Nina. Change. And change. This time lunging forward. Stretch the iliopsoas muscle here. You can reach that backhand up to get a slightly better stretch. Try and relax the muscle. Feel it elongate. And change. And come on up. Okay, I want to give everyone one little piece of homework before we finish off. With my white belt handbook. Here it is. Okay, in the white belt handbook on page, unfortunately nowhere near as cool as it is. Here we go. Page 26. On page 26 of our white belt handbook, or if you have this Taekwondo encyclopedia, it's on page 42 of the condensed encyclopedia. These are the Training Secret of Taekwondo. There are 9 points. I want you to read through those 9 points very carefully, thinking about how it applies to your Taekwondo, okay? Think about how that applies to your Taekwondo, how it makes you a better Taekwondo person, okay? Better at the physical side of Taekwondo. So read the Training Secret on page 26 and think about those points, okay? And I want you to email me at some point over the next few days. Which you email me at some point over the next few days about something that you've thought about that relates to the Training Secret. If you don't have that book or the encyclopedia, Google the Training Secret of Taekwondo. If you Google the Training Secret of Taekwondo, you'll get those 9 points, okay? So read them, think about them, email me with something that you've realized from having read those. Okay, everybody, thank you very much for joining us today. If you want another training session, do one of our recorded sessions, maybe on Friday or on the weekend, and I look forward to seeing you again on Monday. And hopefully we'll be back in the dojang as soon as we can, as long as the schools let us. Okay. Come on. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming. Any last minute questions? Come and ask them now.
See you, Master B. See
Good
you.
night. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much for coming, guys. Really appreciate it. Bye, Nina. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Lucas. Bye, Rick and Mills family. Okay. You okay, Jess? Bye.